Banks exist because people were terrified of one thing: losing their gold. 4,000 years ago, if you owned gold or silver, you had one constant fear. Where do you keep it safe? Hide it at home, thieves break in. Bury it, you might never find it again. Carry it while traveling, robbers attack you on the road. There were no vaults, no security, no government protecting your savings. People needed a place they could trust. That place already existed. Around 2000 BCE, in ancient Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq, massive temples stood at the center of every major city. They were the strongest, most trusted buildings around. People started storing gold, silver, and grain there. Temple officials recorded every deposit on clay tablets, the earliest known financial records in history. This was the first time people could safely store wealth, somewhere other than their own home. This was the earliest form of banking. Temple officials noticed something. Most depositors didn't come back for months, sometimes years. That meant piles of gold and silver were just sitting there unused. So they started lending it out to farmers and merchants, who repaid the loan plus a little extra. That extra payment is interest. This idea was so powerful it got written into law. The Code of Hammurabi around 1750 BCE set actual rules for loans and interest. Deposit, loan, interest. The exact same model your bank uses today, born in a temple, 4,000 years ago. This idea spread to Egypt, Greece, and Rome, each adding their own version of deposits and lending. Centuries later, as trade expanded, money changers in Italy set up shop in marketplaces, sitting behind wooden benches, called banco, to exchange coins and make loans. Banco became the word we still use today, bank. But there was still no such thing as an actual bank. A permanent institution with a name and a building. That would take another 1,000 years. That moment arrived in Italy, in the 1300s and 1400s. Cities like Venice, Genoa, and Florence were trade superpowers. In 1397, the Medici family founded what became the most powerful bank in Europe. But their real legacy was innovation. Double-entry bookkeeping, still used today. Branch banking, locations across multiple cities. Letters of credit, deposit money in Florence, withdraw it in London, without moving a single coin. Money had become information, not just metal. And one Italian bank still holds a world record. Banca Monte dei Paschi di Siena, founded in 1472, is the oldest bank in the world still operating today. So here's the real answer. Mesopotamia invented the idea of banking. Italy invented the actual bank. The next leap happened in England. People stored gold with goldsmiths and got paper receipts in return. Eventually, people realized, just trade the receipt instead of the gold. That receipt became the ancestor of modern paper money. Governments saw how powerful this was and created the first central bank, the Bank of England, in 1694 to manage currency and stabilize the economy. In 1913, the US created the Federal Reserve to manage currency and prevent financial panics. The Great Depression wiped out banks and life savings overnight, forcing governments to create deposit insurance, protecting your money even if a bank collapses. Then came ATMs, cards, online transfers. Banking became something you carry in your pocket. Now, cryptocurrency is trying to remove banks from the equation entirely. Strip away the technology and it's still the same idea from a Mesopotamian temple 4,000 years ago: trust someone with your wealth, they lend it out, everyone profits. One simple fear, losing your gold, sparked an idea that changed human history. From temples in Mesopotamia, to benches in Italy, to the apps on your phone today. If you enjoyed uncovering the real history behind everyday things, subscribe, hit like, and turn on notifications, because next time, we're covering how banks caused wars, funded empires, and collapsed entire economies. What historical invention should we uncover next? Let me know in the comments.